I've always been fascinated with genetics just because I've always been fascinated with why things happen and trying to get to like the absolute reason. You know, not just saying, well, that you have this or this, but okay, that's fine, but why?
When Kinsey was born, she was born with facial features that were different than normal. You know, everybody consists of normal. Her eyes were wide set. She has a very small bridge to her nose. And looking at her as a baby, you know, took me back to when my daughter was born.
I was seeing a geneticist for Waardenburg syndrome, and they never fully diagnosed me with it because back then they didn't do the blood testing.
Oftentimes families will go through what's called a diagnostic odyssey. They know that there's something going on, oftentimes with their child, and typically we're seeing children, and they go through lots of testing, see lots of doctors, and go years and years without an answer.
We pretty much came here to try to figure out what was wrong with my daughter, since she came out pretty much looking just like me. She had all the same problems I was having whenever I was younger.
I do try to look at technology and see if there is a way for technology to improve how we provide clinical care. For telemedicine, I think a lot of it has to do with access to care.
Dr. Lyons, this is Kinsey.
Their initial visit was basically an in-office full exam with the doctor physically here. Their second visit with the follow-up to discuss their test results, the findings, was a telemedicine visit.
We're pretty much understanding now that what she has is from me.
It kind of just helps out knowing what exactly there is actually a diagnosis for what they have. I mean, because I've dealt with other genetics with my daughter prior to this, and not having a diagnosis for 24 years makes a big difference. I mean, because obviously if we would have known back then, we would have known when the baby was born.
I think telemedicine is really a great way of using technology to improve our ability to see patients in a more efficient, timely manner that actually can save costs on both ends.
If we can make ways or develop strategies or be innovative about the way we see patients, then let's do it. Let's do what we have to do for our patients to make sure they get the appropriate services that they deserve.